across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 20. We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Already here, they'll audible to something else. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here's Garendo on 1st down.
And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Giants at 6 and 2 to start play. And they come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
3rd down and 13.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
These two teams met at Commanders Field earlier in the season, with Washington winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-0. Now a 2nd down throw for Daniels. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Touchdown!
Jalen Hyatt, 29 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple.
Again, it's Homer. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2. To the air goes Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Daniels now to throw on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick-6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Throwing now is Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on.
This is caught inside the 15.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, 59 yards.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Play action. Now Wilson. That is caught. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Malik Neighbors.
63 yards.
And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Dances by him. Terry McLaurin, touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They begin on the ground with Garendo.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Again, it's Garendo.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Going up top.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Second and 10. They'll run this with Homer.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. This is Homer.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that. Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Daniels looking to throw.
Flushed out right.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They go play action. Daniels.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Daniels.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Off the play fake. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
3rd down and 1. going on the ground with Homer. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Touchdown, Washington. Ben Sinnott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Completed to Hyatt. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Room here to run. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up point, the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
2nd down, Daniels. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Now it's Wilson.
Looking high its way once again.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
They'll try the middle with Garindo.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a Giant. Touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
A give running left now, Garindo. Down to about the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Another try for Garindo.
Touchdown, Giants!
Isaac Garindo, 32 yards. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
To throw is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Giants start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And my goodness, another interception.
He's on his way. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown, Giants! Jalen Hyatt with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.